Ladies and gentlemen, I have heard a lot of expression of problems faced by the owners, occupants, builders, and all about the apartment, which I'm sure is there in my apartment also, but I never bothered to find out about it, But the speakers here have placed before this body a lot of things that are happening in the administration and the governing as per the laws that are existing today. And some very good suggestions have also been made. Having listened to this, I do appreciate the contention that there is a need for a much stronger law which will face all the problems that is being faced by different people involved in the apartment issues. As it said, it could be the builder, it could be the management, it could be the laws that are there, it could be RERA or even the apartment owners enactment. Therefore, there is a need for a comprehensive law, and that law is needed at the earliest because, in my opinion, in Karnataka, if not in all states in India, at least 50% of the metropolis are living in apartment and they have their own problems. I think it's high time the concerned government took care of that. For that, there is a need of a united apartment owners to meet together and develop a draft enactment to place it before the government and ask the government to pass a bill and make a law based on the request that's made by the apartment owners unanimously. It should be that thing. And in my opinion, because of the problems that are faced, which is humongous, I think there is a need for a separate department in the government to deal with the problems of the apartment owners. I'm not saying there should be a ministry. I don't want a minister, but I want a department in the government which will look into the complaints of the apartment owners and deal it in accordance with law. That apart, the disputes that are coming over, I'm told there are some cases which are pending in the High Court in the thing. I would also suggest there should be a separate legal fora for deciding the disputes pertaining to the flat owners. These are certain representations we'll have to make it to the government. After studying it ourselves and coming into a unanimous conclusion, because there is bound to be difference of opinion amongst ourselves also. Therefore, the representatives of the different apartments and apartment owners associations and management and other things can sit together before meeting the government officials and have a common representation to the government to be given. And I assure you my full cooperation in that matter and help the problem to solve the problem that is there and all. And it is high time we did realize that we should have a separate law, a separate legal fora. There is a separate legal fora for everything now. For there is disputes under the Cooperatives Act, there is a separate tribunal is there, and the matter goes before the High Court only as a appeal matter. Similarly, there are different company disputes go before a company tribunal. Many other disputes also, service matters go before a separate tribunal, because in the regular court, if it goes, it takes decades and decades before it could be decided. These are certain general things which I could think of suggesting to this body. And as I said, we could meet sometime, the representatives meet sometime, discuss these various things and all. There may be some of the things that are impractical, and those things can be kept out because otherwise that will be taken up by the people concerned and say, look here, this is your representation, we will not deal with it and all. So that we could arrive at some common representation that could be given to the government. This is what I can suggest to you, but I assure you I have learnt a lot about the problems with the apartment owners, and I will be definitely available for you to give any suggestion it may be. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.